Ponomarenko Sergei was arrested by police in Kyiv, Ukraine, on 23rd of April 2006 for his suspicious behavior. He was asking again and again which year was that, claiming to be from the years in the past. Upon investigation, he told authorities that he was born in the year 1932. According to his date of birth, he should be 74-year-old, but Sergei looked like he is in late 20s or early 30s. This story may seem crazy, but if we take a look at the photographic evidence and time-stamped videos, then we start questioning ourselves. He was dressed in a vintage outfit and was holding an old-fashioned camera. The most convincing proof was a Soviet document which he presented to authorities. That document was an ID card that was given to citizens by the Soviet Union before it was disbanded. That card dated back to the 1950s, which showed Sergei's age was 25 at that time. Sergei also claimed to have some pictures from the time he was coming from in his camera. Authorities took hold of that camera right away and sought out the expert in photography, Vadim Poisoner, to develop that reel. Poisoner was very surprised to crack that camera roll, which had not been manufactured since the 70s. He was not sure how this reel could have been preserved for about more than a century. They found some pictures of Sergei of the 50s. In some of those pictures, there was also a young woman with Sergei at that time, who he claimed to be his girlfriend. That story took another turn when authorities were digging up records. They were startled after knowing that there was a missing person with the same name who went missing in 1958. They dived deeper in the records only to find out that the only person alive who can testify to this whole scenario was a woman in her 70s. That woman was the same lady that appeared in the pictures from that old camera. Upon more investigation from that lady, Valentina Couric, she told authorities that Sergei had disappeared for 2 years and then reappeared briefly in the 50s. That lady revealed a picture of Sergei which he left behind, in which apparently he was much ahead in his age. He was looking aged in it, claiming that the picture is from the far future and was taken in 2050 at Kyiv. Later, they discovered that the location of that picture was Riverside Park in Kyiv. Behind Sergei, Mother River of Ukraine, Dnieper, could be seen. On the other bank of the river, the skyline could be seen in the picture, which was quite different from the construction today. Behind the photo, Sergei had also written a message for Valentina that was, "I am good at everything, and I will try to come back." One more unseen picture was discovered from the archives of Valentina, which was enough to dumbstruck not only the Ukrainian authorities, but the whole world. There was a picture of something shaped like a dish or bell floating up in the sky. That picture became famous as evidence of UFO sightings. According to him, he was strolling casually one fine day with his partner Valentina when they saw some bell-shaped thing floating in the air. Sergei described the strange object as bell-shaped and was flying in a strange way. He thought he would be able to get a better look at the object if he took a picture of it. So Sergei took out his camera to capture the picture. And the moment he clicked, he was transported to 2006. According to Valentina too, Sergei disappeared right after that sighting incident. The police dropped Sergei Ponomarenko off at the psychiatric clinic at Kyiv, where Dr. Pablo Kutrikov examined him thoroughly. Sergei, upon asking, also mentioned the same strange tale as told by Valentina. Dr. Kutrikov also recorded that session on the 23rd of April, 2006. After that session, the story took the most baffling turn when Sergei was permitted by police to go to a room that was allotted to him. In security cameras, we can see him turning back and going towards the room, but he was never recorded leaving that room. He just vanished into the thin air and disappeared without any trace. It wasn't possible to escape from that room as it was secured from iron rods. This mind-bending story quickly caught the attention of UFO enthusiasts, conspiracy theorists, and scientists alike. There was a variation of opinions all over the globe regarding this incident. People interested in extraterritorial affairs were of the view that this incident in appearance as well as disappearance of Sergei was a matter of alien abduction. There was a major percentage of people who also believed that this was a result of some secret government experiment, and disappearance of Sergei actually happened because of the government's intervention, who didn't want this experiment to be publicly surfaced. Some of the scientists and journalists approved all of the evidence presented by Sergei. There was another lot of scientists and other experienced people who were nitpicking each and every piece of evidence after going through each and every detail, and were searching for any minor or major flaw. Especially when the presented evidence was scrutinized, cracks began to appear. As a matter of fact, this whole incident which arouses everyone's attention and curiosity, was a scam. Evidence unraveled that whole plot was fabricated by a Ukrainian TV station. Now let's take a look at the fabrication chronically. First documentary based on this incident surfaced in 2012, despite the fact that this incident happened back in 2006. So why was this incident kept hidden until 2012? What were they waiting for? Secondly, the Soviet identity card presented was foolproof evidence, but upon investigating each and every detail, experts found a minor flaw. The stamp on that identity card had very small differences from the original stamp from the Soviet document of that time. Thirdly, security cameras footage showed the date to be 23rd April Wednesday, but if we go through the calendar, the day on 23rd April was Sunday. In addition to that, photography expert Vadim mentioned that film rolls of 1979 cannot be preserved till the date and picture quality won't be sustained that long, unless he is telling the truth that he appeared here in the glimpse of eye. It is being said that Vadim photography experts must have also been planted to make the story more authentic. One more detail added fuel to the fire. That is the picture from the future. Upon close inspection, that picture seemed more like photoshopped poorly, as construction in the background had some flaws and they appeared to be copy-pasted several times to create that skyline. After all this episode, fascination about time travel still persists in our hearts as it mirrors our deep desires to visit our past and dive into our future to explore the unknown. Whether or not we succeed in turning our fantasies of time travel into reality, still, stories like Sergei Ponomarenko remind us of the power of fascination, incorporating our lives with humans' longing of transcending into the dimension of time and space.